Welcome to my creation station. If you love creating, then I love you. If you see something you like today, please like, share, subscribe, and notify. Today's playlist is hosted by Board or Bananas DIY. Check out the description box for that link. Now let's get to flipping. Here are the thrift finds we're going to be working with today. Although the Caribbean is a great place to visit, I'm sure it didn't really fit with my decor. So I'm going to try and make these a little bit more like other vintage bamboo trays and coasters I've seen in the past. First, I attempted to remove the backing. It was very difficult, but I did finally get it out. I opted not to remove the backing on the coasters. I coated the tray with 2 to 3 coats of Waverly White chalk paint. Because I didn't remove the backing on the coasters, I painted very carefully with a smaller brush and coated each one with 2 to 3 coats of Waverly White. Once everything is dry, I took some stickers I found at Dollar Tree that had a vintage vibe to them, and that's what I used on each of the coasters. The original plastic inserts were broken or not there at all, so I used the sticker paper from the stickers and cut those to size for each of the coasters. Once I was finished with the coasters, I went ahead and glued the back of the tray back on. That plastic piece was still intact inside the tray. And here's a look at how they turned out. This whole scene kind of gives me nostalgia for my childhood with all my favorite records, as well as the bamboo tray set. This candle holder had a great shape and a great base to it, and we're just going to change it up a little bit. We're going to add some candle wax to the candlestick as well as the base, and then when we coat it with our chalk paint, the places where the wax has been applied, the paint will not adhere to that, so it will give it kind of a weathered, worn look. Again, using Waverly White chalk paint, I'm going to coat the base and the candlestick 2 to 3 times. Once everything has had a chance to completely dry, I'm going to take my sanding sponge and sand all around the edges and the areas that I added the candle wax. I love the way this is looking. So we're going to take the candlestick now and add it back to the base, and then we're going to make a change to it. Using hot glue, we're going to add a vintage saucer that I found at the thrift store to the top of the candlestick. I love this new take on the candlestick and giving new life to things that otherwise might have been tossed out. This could be used in many different ways. You could use it as a plant stand, as I have here, or as its intended purpose with a candle. If you sealed it and used E6000, you could probably use it outside as a bird feeder or a small bird bath. The next flip is a vintage mail holder. I'm just removing that rooster there. I'll save that. I might need that for another project. I'm going to give this a couple of good coats of Waverly Silver Lining chalk paint. I really used too much paint. I really didn't need to paint the front of that, but once I got going, I just couldn't stop. Once everything is completely dry, I'm taking some of the Dollar Tree wall decals and I'm going to cut those into squares, and we're going to use 3 of them on the front of this mail sorter. And here's a look at how it turned out. I have it hanging on my wall holding a dog leash, some envelopes, as well as a plant. You could actually use this in many different ways. And here I have it hanging in my craft room, holding some markers and scissors and tools. You might recognize this picture frame as the one from Friends. I'm going to measure the inside of the frame and cut some cardboard inserts to put inside. I do end up doubling this up to make it a little bit thicker. I've lost the footage, but I did coat the front of this insert with a coat of Cashew by Waverly. I took the frame outside and coated it with a coat of Krylon Antique Gold spray paint. I also found a couple of metal pieces in our toolbox that I'm going to coat with the paint as well. Once it was dry, I brought it back inside and put the insert into the frame, and then I hot glued those hardware pieces to the front of it. I did decide to go ahead and paint the button black. Now, if only this little bell actually worked. I hope you enjoyed this Flippin Friday hosted by Board or Bananas DIY. I will have that link as well as the playlist link down in the description box. Thanks for watching, and as always, I wish you peace, health, and sunshine.